the Standard, Pakistani shot and killed in Magadi in what police claim is a case of mistaken identity. But given the profile of the newscaster, the investigative work he was engaged in that ruffled the feathers of the high and mighty, the world is calling for answers and details, some of the timelines up until his death. Then you'll see on the front page of the Daily Nation, it's a similar story. Wanted in Pakistani for sedition. He was a man on the run. Police officers who spoke to the Nation said Arshad Sharif's car was flagged down, but the driver sped away, forcing the officers to shoot at the car. Sharif's brother Kuram drove for 25 kilometers without the front right tire, which had been deflated by a gunshot, as he tried to save his brother's life. He then called Nakar Ahmed, a Pakistani who runs Modamp Kwenya, an entertainment spot that also has a shooting range. That's where the bullet holes went in, and of course there are many questions. I don't know if you have thoughts. I'll start with Senator Osotsi because he was the first to arrive here, almost arrived before me. But Senator, tell me, what are your thoughts this morning on this news that, of course, there's a story that on the Nation says that a diplomatic row was last evening simmering between Nairobi and Islamabad?
Well, I would say it's a very unfortunate incident because clearly, reading through the story, there's a lot to be told. So the police needs to tell us more what happened. It cannot just be an issue of mistaken identity. A lot of questions arise. For instance, you realize that the bullets were targeted to the spot where the journalist was seated. There was no bullet towards the driver's side. Secondly, when police flags you down, there are several things you can do. Either you stop, or if you speed away, then the police needs to immobilize the vehicle by maybe shooting at the tire, especially if there is no exchange of fire. So there are a lot of gaps in the story, and I think this is going to affect the bilateral relations between Kenya and Pakistan. So police needs to tell Kenyans more and tell the world more about this incident, considering that this journalist had fled away from the country because of differences with the state in Pakistan. So people won't just believe that this was a normal incident. People will have every reason to think this was an assassination.